so the main build is done. We're just going to need to, we're going to add in a scoring element to it, and that'll be quick and easy to do. Plus it uses some new tools, so it'll be kind of fun. Basically what we're going to do is create like a little, almost like a quarter-sized disc that will fit into slots along this edge. So as you score, you'll move the little disc up to where you're scoring, and there'll be 6 scoring points. At 6 points, whoever reaches 6 points first wins in Klask. So that's the rules, that's how it works. Let's get to it. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sketch on this top surface right here. And the slots for this player on this side are going to be on the right hand side. So they're going to start here and end in the middle, and be like 6 places to score. What I'm going to do now is come here and grab a line, and I'm going to grab a construction, turn it into a construction line, find the middle of this, and then go straight across to the middle of that, and now that's my midpoint. Next, I'm going to draw a small rectangle on this surface, like here. Oop, turn off my construction line, and I'm going to make it thickness wide, and I'm going to make it 2 centimeters long. So about like that. I'm going to hit enter. Now I need to get this centered on the board so that it's right in the middle of that middle layer. So I'm going to use the midpoint tool. I'm going to zoom in and say I want the midpoint of this short line to be the midpoint of this long one, and now it's all black. And now it's centered perfectly, so it's only in that middle layer. Remember, there's 3 layers of plywood here. Our slot's going to be in the middle layer only. All right, so that gets that done. To make the rest of them, we're going to do a rectangular pattern tool. It's such a fantastic tool, makes life so much easier. I'm going to click on, notice how it's hard to select the right line here. So a trick you can do if you can't get it to select the right line is hold down the left button for a few seconds, and it shows you all the lines you want. This line is the short one, that's the one I want, and this is the long one, I don't want that one. So I'm going to click on the short one and then click on the other lines. So when you have multiple elements overlapping each other, sometimes you have to hold down the left to actually get the one you want. All right, and I want this rectangular pattern to extend down the board this way, and I want there to be a total of 6. And I'm going to keep going until I'm close to the end, but not quite to the end. Let me zoom in and show you what I mean by that. Like about here is just where I want to start, stop. I can go a little bit shy of that too, just something like that. I'm going to need to know these numbers, so I'm actually put it up a little bit so it's 26 even. I'm going to write that down here. It's 26, comma 6. I want 6 of those. All right, so that does it. I'm going to click OK. Those are kind of where my slots are. Now, the disc that we're going to be moving is round, so we want to cut a round hole into this, which is like, well, how do you cut a round hole using a rectangle? Let me show you. So I'm going to click on Finish Sketch, and I'm going to use this. I'm going to click over to the Home button again. I'm going to use this really cool tool called Revolve. You'll find it in the Create menu, but only after you finish your sketch. If you're still in a sketch, you don't have these menus. So Finish Sketch, go to your Create menu, find your Revolve. It might already be in the top right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first zoom in on this first one. I'm going to click right here and say, hey, I want to revolve this. That's the profile I'm going to revolve. The axis I'm going to revolve it around is this middle line right there. And notice it just spun that rectangle around in a circle, and it's going to cut a little circle for me. So I'm going to say, okay, great, nice job. And it just did it. Awesome. And I just got to do that for every one of these rectangles. But notice the rectangles, for some reason, all the rest of the rectangles disappeared. The reason it did that is after you extrude, Fusion hides your last sketch, assuming you don't need it again. In this case, we need that same sketch again. So I just opened my sketches folder. The very last sketch in it is the sketch that I need. I'm going to turn it to visible. Now I see my rectangles again. So I can come back up here and do Revolve, click here, and I want to click, my axis needs to be this back one, so it gets over that direction. And then I'm going to do Revolve again. My axis is going to be this back line there. Click OK. I'm going to scooch over some and do the last 3. So Revolve here, and my axis is going to be this other line there. Okay. Revolve here. It's such a cool tool. My axis is this back line. Okay. And revolve here. You can see why we couldn't use this line. If we use this line for the axis, it would cut out the edge. So we want to be using, I'm going to get rid of that axis. We want to use that as the axis. And click OK. So now we have a bunch of circular slots on this side. So you would start with your token here. Every time you score, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we needed 7. Oh no. All right, let's see if we can fix that easily. So back here was the sketch where we had made it. So let's go back here and do edit sketch. And we actually needed to do, all right, this is gonna be a little complicated. Right here, we need this little symbol. Do you see it? It's like this little rectangle symbol right here. It's rectangular pattern tool. If we right click on that, we can do edit rectangular pattern. So find that little tool, edit the rectangular pattern, up your quantity to 7. We need one for 0. It was not thinking. Click OK. Now, there's probably other things that are messed up here as well now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can tell already this is going to be too close to each other. So let's take this down to 1.75 centimeters. And we did that. They all adjusted to that already. And now I'm going to finish sketch and let's see how that looks. When I finish sketch, notice it's already cut the slots except for that last 7th one that I haven't done yet. So I'm going to go back to here, zoom in on it, and I'm going to do my revolve command, revolve this one, select here, and go there. Okay. I'm going to update my thing I wrote down earlier. I said 26.6, and it should be 26 and 7 examples of it. All right, so you start out here at 0, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. Next we need to do is put the scoring run in for this side. This side is going to be over here on their right side, and it's going to end in the middle as well. So again, I'm going to just do a rectangle right on top, and I'm going to zoom in, give myself a construction line right in the middle here. I'm going to turn off my construction line, grab a rectangle. I'm going to stay away from that midpoint over here. Draw a rectangle, and we said this was thickness wide, TH, enter, tab, 1.75 is what we used, enter. I'm going to do a midpoint tool. I'm going to line up the middle of this one, the middle of that line. Now it's right in the middle layer, so that's good. I'm going to do create rectangular pattern, and I'm going to click on all 4 sides. Again, if I need to, I can hold down the left button and choose the correct sketch line from there. I'm going to drag it up, and now I don't need to try and figure out how high to drag it. I know how high I'm dragging it. It's going to be 26 centimeters. So here I'm seeing I'm going to the negative direction, so I'm going to say negative 26. And for quantity, I'm going to say 7. I can just type those in, and I'll get the exact same thing as before. Yeah, looks really nice. Okay. And now I'm ready to finish my sketch. Come back out to home. I just need to now revolve all of those. And this time I'm going to be revolving on the left-hand line. So I'm going to zoom in here so I can see what I'm doing a little better. Revolve that pattern. My axis is the left-hand side now. Okay. And again, it turned off my sketch. So I'm going to come back over here, turn on my sketch 29. I'm actually done with sketch 28, so I'll turn it off. And I'm just going to keep revolving on all of these. There. Axis. Okay, and there we go. We've got so score 0, 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points. That works. Awesome. Off. Zoom back out. Sorry about that miscount earlier. So I think that might be it. I think we might have built. I don't see anything else to do. I think we just finished. Oh, no, I do see something else to do. We have no goals, no goal score. So we need, in this one, we need these holes right here so we can actually have the ball fall into something and score a goal. So we'll do that next. Let's get some numbers real quick for it. Okay, I got those measurements. Let's go back to home here so we can see what we're doing. We're going to create a sketch on the top of the playing surface. And I'm going to hide all my sketch bodies, or all my sketches real quick. And then the storage boxes I can hide, and everything but the playing surface I'm going to hide. So now I've just got my playing surface going on. I actually want to put this right in the middle, line these circles up right in the middle of everything. So I think what I'm going to do is take a construction line. I know this is the middle right through here. That's the middle left and right. And then just to make sure, I'm going to go down to the middle of this line and I'm going to just draw one straight up. 90 degrees, boom. Okay, so it is the middle of that one too. That's all I wanted to check to make sure. I'm going to do the same thing down here, go from this middle to that middle. Everything looks good. So now I'm going to draw a circle, turn off my construction line. I'm going to draw a circle on this midline here, and we're going to do 4.5 centimeters. Yep, 4.5 centimeters wide. And we're going to do another one down here, 4.5 centimeters wide. And each of those are 24 centimeters from the midline, which is this. So I'm going to do D for dimensioning, click on my circle, click on this midpoint, come over here to the side and click here and say that should be 24 centimeters. Same thing with this one, here to here, and that one's going to be 24 centimeters as well. Those are where the two goals go. We're going to do a quick finish sketch. All right, and we're going to extrude these. So E for extrude, we're going to click on that circle, we want to extrude down, and we want to do 2 layers. So thickness, TH enter, times 2. That's 2 layers deep, and awesome. Let's turn it all back on. That, my friends, is a finished Klask board. Now what we need to do is break all the pieces. We're going to copy and paste all the pieces, and then break them all down and flatten out the plywood ones out to the side, and we'll be able to make cut lines for the laser. And then we'll take the plastic pieces. No, that's not true. We haven't made the game pieces yet. We'll make the game pieces in the next video.